The city of Aurora is taking the property owners, managers, and investors responsible for the Edge at Lowry apartments to court. This is after 19 people were detained yesterday as police investigate an attack on tenants there.
It is just the latest issue at that complex this year. 9 News reporter Courtney Yoon joins us live from the Aurora Police Department this morning. And Courtney, proceedings are scheduled to continue next month.
Yes, that's right. Good morning, Jordan and Corey. The city says if an agreement is met to close down the apartment building, tenants would have 30 days to leave. But housing advocates want to make sure that there's resources in place for those tenants before a decision is made. Now, city leaders say the Edge at Lowry Apartments at 12th and Dallas is out of chances for redemption. They say a case this week where a man and a woman were hospitalized with serious injuries strengthens their criminal nuisance case to get the building shut down. Police say a group of around a dozen armed people approached the two, took them to another location against their will, where they were beaten and restrained. The victims were let go, but not before one of them was stabbed. The city has been in court to shut the apartments down before. Housing advocates say they're worried about the tenants who still live there who could become homeless. Fee Reeves with House Keys Action Network Denver says Aurora needs to prepare resources to help residents relocate.
We need city support in order for this to be successful. We still know people on the streets. We're going to see mass exit to a state of houselessness with families with young children if the city doesn't intervene.
The city says it'll put legal responsibility on the property owners to pay for the cost of closing down the building and those resources for assistance to the tenants. It'll be back in court on January 13th. As for the two victims involved in this case, Aurora police say that his department would make sure to keep them safe, even if it meant relocating them. The chief also said that this was a gang-related incident, though they're still trying to determine which gang was involved. Live in Aurora, Courtney Yoon, 9 News.
All right, Courtney, thank you. And this complex drew attention from across the country after this video was released showing men with guns getting into an apartment. This was back in August at the Edge at Lowry. Police have arrested 3 people so far in this case, 2 of them in New York. Someone was shot and killed there that same day. Aurora's police chief says that there are dozens of police calls and code violations at this complex. The company that owns the property, CBZ Management, blames gang activity for the property's condition. The city of Aurora went to court to shut it down earlier this month. Back then, attorneys for the Edge at Lowry said that they will not oppose it. If the closure proceeds, residents will get at least 30 days to move out.
The Colorado Supreme Court censured a state judge after it came out that he had been drinking on the job for years. Brett Woods was a judge in Denver for 16 years. He was suspended in December 2023 after an investigation by the Colorado Commission on Judicial Discipline revealed Woods was concealing alcohol in a Starbucks cup and is reported to use alcohol all day, every day. The investigation found Woods fired one of his clerks for reporting his alcohol impairment back in 2019. Woods stepped down in February and admitted to the allegations. The Colorado Judicial Branch says they have no comments on the matter.
Developing this morning, 1 person is dead and 9 others injured in Towson, Maryland after what police are calling a mass shooting. This happened just after 7 o'clock last night. Officers arrived on scene and found a vehicle turned on its side and on fire, and bullet holes were found on the outside of a funeral home in the area. Right now, investigators believe that the shooting was targeted and that there is no threat to the public. It's unclear if any suspects have been arrested.
New overnight, Russia's security service says that it has detained a suspect in the killing of a senior general in Moscow. According to the AP, the suspect was described as an Uzbek citizen recruited by Ukrainian intelligence. Lieutenant General Igor Kirilov was killed Tuesday by a bomb hidden in a scooter outside his apartment building in Moscow. The killing came a day after Ukraine's security service leveled criminal charges against him. Ukraine has taken responsibility for the attack.
Taking a live look now at our nation's capital, where lawmakers just unveiled a new spending bill that would fund the federal government until springtime. Lawmakers at our nation's capital, again, the spending bill would be planned to keep the federal government running through March 14th. The package includes nearly $100 billion in disaster relief. Another $10 billion would go toward economic assistance for farmers. There's also $29 billion to replenish FEMA's disaster relief fund. It's not clear when the House would vote on that plan, but lawmakers have until Friday night to get that done.
Today, the Fed is expected to lower interest rates for the 3rd time this year. It comes in spite of the fact inflation hasn't cooled as much as experts had hoped in recent months. According to the Labor Department, consumer prices jumped up 2.7% last month. While they will likely move forward with the reduction today, rate drops are expected to slow down next year.
New this morning, there's going to be some key changes to Social Security coming next month that could impact your retirement plans. For those born in 1959, the full retirement age will be increasing to 66 years and 10 months. For anyone born in 1960 or later, the full retirement age jumps to 67. This gradual increase has been happening since 1983 when Congress adjusted the system to account for longer life expectancies. If you were born in 1959, that means you will qualify for full retirement benefits next November. And if you choose to claim early, you can expect to see about 30% less than if you wait for your full retirement age.